Yes, I love that dark moon, new moon emoji. Absolutely bring in the new moon power and energy for sure. All right, we're just finishing getting started. Thank you to those who are joining. We are I just set the basically live streams live. We'll see if anyone kind of filters through there. And then we will, in one more minute, get started. So, again, thank you so much. Perfect. I think the music can stop here and we're good to get started. Okay, thank you again, one and all, for being here. Thank you for sharing this space. I always like to begin with a bit of an introduction. I feel like my veil is being crazy, but that's okay. Um, I like to begin with a bit of an introduction of myself and who I am and what I'm doing here. And then, if anyone would like to at any point share a little bit about themselves, there's always the space to do so. Because we've had some disruptions in the past, that means that we're only able at this point to share via the chat function, kind of anonymously, but I can read your name and read what you say. Everyone can still hear your vibes, hear your story, anything that you'd like to share. And so I know we're here during the holiday season, which makes this group a little more intimate, I think, and a little more kind of focused and bringing in kind of that healing energy together while we're working into kind of like what can sometimes be a very joyful celebration and which can sometimes be a complicated gathering. And so I'm grateful for the opportunity to be meeting with you all and to share. So, who am I? Well, for those who don't know me, my name is Leia Precious Thunder Warrior. The Precious Thunder Warrior name that I have is a medicine name. It was given to me. I was actually a apprentice for a Mayan curandera for about 2 years. I was both an apprentice and a teacher in that space. So I am not actually of Mayan ancestry, but I did learn a lot from that tradition on how to kind of perform healing practice, perform magic practice. And from there, what I pull from is kind of a wide variety of different, I suppose you could say, paths. I started kind of as a very young child learning a lot about Islam. From there, I spent a long time kind of with the left hand path and sort of eclectic witchcraft, hedge witchcraft is I think where I feel most comfortable, and then a little bit of green witchcraft as well. I spent a lot of time with Buddhism and Hinduism, kind of understanding the expansion of the consciousness there. And after my apprenticeship, I really started to focus in on basically trying to do the magic and the work of my ancestors and explore what that means and how I can kind of bring it to you. So, in that case, I am pulling from two lineages. On the one maternal lineage, I pull from what is basically Western, Northern, and Eastern European. I'm a huge fan of the runes. I have like a little app in my phone. I feel like I'm pulling them all the time, working with kind of that forest and tree energy with the Celtic background, Celtic ancestry, Celtic kind of Wiccan magic, and also working to still kind of understand and develop the Slavic connection, which is also kind of tree wisdom, tree magic, and many other very deep and powerful things. From beyond that, I also am pulling on my paternal lineage from the magic and practice of ancient Babylon, kind of Canaanite tradition, very ancient, very what you might call esoteric ways of thinking about magic. I am from kind of that area, the Fertile Crescent. My family grew up on the Euphrates River, so I really kind of feel strongly connected to Babylonian sort of understanding and alchemy, obviously, as we know it today. And we'll be pulling through today for this new moon in Sagittarius, comes from that first tradition, alchemy from ancient Egypt, as well as the sorcerers that were in discussion with the Babylonians. So pulling from a lot of different sources and kind of looking at how the written magical study of the ancients has informed us in our magical study in the present, while never forgetting that wise woman wisdom and also that kind of sorcerer's sort of trickster self. So we have a lot that we explore here and a lot that we do. And we're here to explore a bunch of it today. I specifically am a moon in Sagittarius, so I'm very excited for an opportunity to be in a new moon in Sagittarius. I feel like the moon has been speaking strongly to my unconscious and kind of inviting new ways of being for me. And I look forward to sharing that all with you today. So I think that's a pretty good understanding of who I am. Does anyone want to maybe in the chat or any other way kind of take a moment and share a little bit about yourself? What's your sign? What you're here to do today? Anything that you're carrying with you? You don't have to share. It's not like I'm not going to call on anyone, but I do offer the opportunity if anyone would like to take a moment and say hello. It's always available to you to have your energy in the space as we are doing our work. After we share, what I will do is I will be getting us set with basically our work today, which I will continue to enumerate, explain in a few minutes. So yeah, if you would like to share, now's your time to say hello, chat, or anything that you'd like to say. And I'll give it a few minutes. I feel like this is a very quiet, kind of calming new moon. So if you're feeling shy, I totally understand that too. And you can always just share your sign too, if that feels good. I see Nicole. Nicole says, I've been so busy, I didn't even realize it was a new moon. I feel you, Nicole. I think that the holiday season, especially when we're working, just kind of like passes in and out of consciousness. And I feel like it's Halloween and then suddenly it's Thanksgiving. And I'm sort of like, what am I doing here? But I'm here and it's like Thursday. So that's always pretty kind of shocking. But it's always good to take a moment to just like, let it all go and kind of allow yourself to simply be and just let the busyness kind of be in the corner for a second, because sometimes we end up in the corner and we're just doing the work. So allowing for that shift, I think it's deserved. It's worth our time. Thank you, Nicole. Welcome. Thank you. I see Perry says, I am a Gemini. Welcome, Perry. Happy to have you. It is definitely great to bring in that Mercurial energy. I'm not sure if Mercury is directly working with us today, but I always kind of think of Mercury and Jupiter. They're both lesson givers in different ways. So that's kind of fun. And I'm a Virgo, so I connect strongly with that Mercury energy. So yes, allow that kind of like thoughtful, communication, airy self to just download some of that fire tonight and really power up. I think that's wonderful. And Nicole says, I'm a Gemini too. That's wonderful. I love to hear it. Love that we've got Mercurial with us today. That's always such a blast. And again, it's like, I feel like when we have kind of that airiness, we're in the mind a lot, but we forget the true power of the self. So it's important to kind of take that moment as well. So that's, excuse me, really wonderful. And thank you both. Awesome. Crystal says, I'm Crystal and a Gemini and Wiccan with a dark heart. I love that. Welcome, Crystal. Thank you for being here. Always welcome. I think that there's a lot of witchcraft that is so empowering. And this is kind of about like taking time for our witchcraft. There's a little bit of shadow work involved, and I think I always find that if I want to do a spell, I need the meditation. And so when I'm trying to like align, especially with a certain moon, it's always useful to just like take a moment and try to relate to the self. So I think that this kind of meditation work will allow, you can take it as you will, meditate as your witchy self. And then when you're done, that's like when the spell work comes out, right? Like you've now done all the interior powering up, and then it's like you can just let it come out of your hands. So that's wonderful. And thank you, Crystal. Love to see that there's Gemini, so much Gemini energy tonight. That's very cool. Very nice. Thank you and welcome. And Rosana Blanco Cano says, I am a Virgo. I love new moons and I feel very drained but I feel very drained by full moons. Well, welcome, Rosana. I see that we basically have a lot of mercurial today, so I feel like this is going to be a very medicinal new moon for us. It sounds like you're kind of a sensitive to the astrological realms, and I welcome that. There's something for our star knowledge, right? And the more we try to understand, like, why is the moon exhausting me today? The more we start to really tap into ourselves, we are, what is it, 98% water, and the moon controls the ocean. So no shock that a new moon is always allowing for a kind of, undensifying, de-densifying, opposite of densifying of our energy, whereas the full moon is kind of really shaking us and awakening us, but perhaps sometimes in a difficult way. So I welcome that drained by the full moon energy, Rosanna, and understand completely. Let's at least have some kind of wholesome, lovely energy with this new moon today. I mean, thank you. Thank you. And I see Ashley says, I am an Aries. Hey, welcome, Ashley. Wonderful. Glad to have some fire as well in the room, in the space. I think that there's a lot to be learned from the fire. Fire can be at the heart of magic. We recently did our Mucklow Magic class. I think that there's a few folks who took Mucklow Magic both this year and last year in this room today. So thank you for being here. And only that to say that the fire is at the heart of kind of alchemy and, that kind of work that we've been doing of like Babylonian stuff. And so that fire, I mean, it's the candle, right? But it's also the wand. And so there's something very magical about that. And I'm really excited to be exploring the fire today. So thank you for sharing. Welcome, Aries energy. Okay, let's see. I'm just going to check something real quick. Looks like I'm not missing anything. Okay, that's great. Okay. I see some folks like giving likes on Facebook, and it's okay if you're kind of just, being yourself right now on Facebook, not sharing. That's cool too. I see some more folks on Zoom. That's perfect. So I'll give a few more, couple more minutes for shares, and then we will be getting started. And that is lovely. I love to see so many folks sharing. This is beautiful. All right. I see Julia. Julia says, I am a Capricorn and Gemini moon. Thank you for hosting. Excited to learn some stuff. Welcome, Julia. We're about to be moving into your season. How cool is that? Because it's the Gemini full moon coming up, and then it's the Capricorn new moon right after that. So this time of year must be so energetic for you. That is so cool. It's like your season starts off with a full moon in your moon sign, and then suddenly you're in your sun sign. Wow, talk about a power up. That is really cool. Well, I love to hear that there's so much mercurial, and let's get powered up together, right? We just passed through eclipse season, so let's kind of fan the flames, right? That's where it's dealing with this kind of fiery self. And again, welcome. Thank you so much. Excited to share. Very much excited to share. Let's see. Someone says, wait, Gemini full moon? Oh, Perry says, yeah, so that will be in December. It's not happening now. But the sort of end or kind of after this new moon in Sag, there's going to be a Gemini full moon, and then we're into Capricorn season. So yes, Gemini full moon, but not tonight. It's coming up though. Okay, I see Rocco. Welcome, Rocco. Rocco says, hello again. Happy holidays with lots of turkeys and leaves and flowers. As always, I thank you so much for all you do. These sessions have been the most powerful lightning bolts, as helpful, and I've had such prophetic visions and daydreams, and also help me become receptive to others as their expertise. I have a friend also on Facebook who's a longtime sage and Wiccan, and she invited me to her energetic flame. I started writing from last night on, and it's been invigorating, to say the most. In another life, I was a Sagittarius, and as you know, we're related to Leos. And I'm so blessed to still have the energy as such, being we relate so much with personality as character. I love that. Yes. If all, I thank you for everything. And again, many blessings. Love to hear it. Love to see you, Rocco. Thank you so much for sharing. So blessed to have you here as well. So blessed to have you in the space. It's been over a year now, I feel like, since we've shared space with you, Rocco, and it's been such a blessing. So thank you. Thank you for taking the time to be here. And yes, I love to hear that you are finding some Wiccan kind of opening as well. I think there's a lot to be learned from the witchcraft of the self, because that is in a way alchemy, right? That is in a way kind of the opening of the creative. I love that you say in another life I was a Sagittarius. I totally get that. So much fire to be expressed. Yes, let that passion, let that Leo fire come through. Let that energy and let that love always shine bright, Rocco. Thank you so much for being here always, and for all the love that you share and all that great outpouring from my heart to your heart. Thank you for being here, Rocco. It's always a pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, we've got one last one here. Kindred Sisters, Jennifer says, Sagittarius here. Welcome, Jennifer. And I love that. I love that we do have a Sag as well. I think you're the only Sag, so that's kind of fun too. I guess happy birthday season. Wishing you very much happiness in this solar return. And now that we're in your lunar return, let's see what the dreams and the unconsciousness can open for you. I look forward to any insights that come to you, and thank you again for being here. What an honor, what a pleasure. Okay, so here we are, and let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay, I think we have everything set. The live is good. And dive right in. Okay, I don't see any issues, so if anyone has questions, you're always welcome to ask at any time, and I will do my best to answer them. And then when we get into our meditation, I can answer them during the break. So a little bit about today before I get started. We have our agenda is that we'll do a bit of a kind of, I like to call it like a grounding or like a lecture. We talk a little bit about the astrology of the moment, what we're doing here, what we have to do here. My production director says there's an echo from the second laptop. I think I know what that is. I think that was me checking on the live stream. So that's probably what that was. But thank you, production director. Okay. Just getting notes here. Okay, so we're going to do a bit of a lecture. We're going to do a bit of an astrology download. And then we'll do 2 meditations. The first one I like to say is a bit of a healing, and it's also a group healing. So what we do is we do a bit of a focus on the self, kind of do a bit of a reset energetically, especially because it's new moon, we focus on that specifically. And then I will send Reiki to you at the end of that meditation. which is kind of just like my gift to you for today. Download for me using the crystals, and I use a little bit of spray, a little bit of incense, kind of just like trying to bless you from where I stand here. And then after that, we take a break. And from there, what we'll do is we will get into our second meditation, which I like to call our ceremony. That is more of a connection to the spirits, connection to basically the deities associated with the moment. And from there, we can kind of do a fuller download, fuller activation, really connecting to kind of the powers that be. And if there's anyone that I call in that you don't feel comfortable with at any time, or there's any energy that you do not resonate with, simply don't accept it. And that is a-okay by me. I'm really only here to share with you stuff that you want to receive. So, I will be sharing from my kind of container, but of course that'll be different from yours. So if there's ever anything that, you're unsure about, or you have questions about, or, they're kind of raising something within you, I'm always available to discuss afterwards. You can reach out to me via my website. There's a contact form. And beyond that, you can just kind of not accept that energy. If it's the Reiki you don't want to accept, or if it's like the deities, maybe you're not vibing with Jupiter and you'd rather work with like Diana or Artemis, basically you'd rather work with the moon, work with whoever you'd like to. I'm not here to push you. So just wanted to kind of give that as a disclaimer. And being mindful of time, I'm now going to jump into the bit of the lecture so that we can get started on the meditations. All right, so we're here and we're starting Sagittarius season, which is very exciting. Sagittarius season, which starts today, ends December 21st, ruled by Jupiter, often connected to the second chakra, and sort of the solar plexus chakra as well, because it is a sign of creation. Sagittarius is basically, it is the home of the wanderers, right? It is a truth-seeking kind of sign, and a way of always trying to find adventure. At least that's how it's often described, right? There's a broad-mindedness in approach to life. There's an interest in kind of philosophy and understanding like the way the world works, but it's done in these kind of broad strokes and done as this kind of questing for knowing the meaning of life. And there's kind of an ease that comes with it, because there's always this kind of free and easiness that I think comes from kind of just going with the flow and really kind of holding the reins of life. Sagittarius is also connected to the horse and the archer. So you're always kind of riding on the road. You're in this adventure. You are associated with this kind of beautiful connection to the fire. And because of all of this, there's this very divine aspect that is sort of like the divine enthusiasm, which is, I think, what's so sweet about Sagittarian energy. It's truth-seeking, but it's also very authentic. And it's because it's like the fire can't be anything other than the fire. It can be a small flame, it can be a large flame, but it always is the flame. And so I think that connection is very, very kind of lovely to connect to hold space for. And because it's so free and easy as this authentic energy, it really allows for us to welcome in this sort of Sagittarius season and opening to our sort of natural self, and kind of friendliness towards ourselves. We're going to think big as Sagittarius might. We might be out for truth. We might be interested in kind of philosophy at this time, but we're also, I think, kind of coming into a sense of self-strength, which is especially highlighted, not just by Sagittarius, but by the ruler of Sagittarius, which is Jupiter. Jupiter, biggest planet in our solar system, reflecting the most amount of light from the sun, was often called to ancient astrologers the greater benefic, and has always been recognized as having a great power to bestow luck and good fortune. Again, that kind of optimism and that ability to kind of just kind of have everything work out so beautifully for you. Jupiter is basically a symbol of power. It is the thunder, right? It is the very act of creation. Like when we think of the thunderstorms, there's fire in that storm, but there's also the ability for the plants to grow from it. And so I think that that's what we're really here to kind of connect to, is that grandness of Jupiter, that ability to kind of be with the prosperity, be also connected to the hope and the faith of blessings and of our path opening and of our manifestations just coming out as they should be. And also that grandness of size, right? That idea that we can kind of be big and we can take up space and all of these things. It's all here for us right now as we're in Sagittarius season, and especially kind of focused in with this new moon in Sag. So let's talk about what that means to then have a new moon in Sagittarius, right? So we have all of these beautiful energies, and we have a lot to experience and a lot to welcome that is really just like good vibes, good luck, good money, creation, manifestation, a path opened. So as we're here in this moment of the new moon in Sagittarius, that it allows us and invites us to a kind of revitalization, so that as we're expanding, we are also really, it's that rebirthing energy of new moon is very strong, especially as we just finished eclipse season. It was eclipse in the season of Scorpio. There was a lot of hurts, potentially wounds. I think that we're being understood, trying to be translated, and also trying to just be like shifted, changed. And now we've gotten through our final eclipse season, and Sagittarius new moon is like that breath of fresh air. It's the strong cosmic energies now coming to support us and to hold for us the promise that we can continue to awaken even in the darkest part of the storm. There's such growth potential and such opportunity for us to kind of have our container for this rebirth and this new growth. And this new moon in Sagittarius, which new moon is also a time of darkness, right? It's one of the darkest nights of the moon cycle, is an opportunity now to really awaken. And since we're in winter season, or the season of winter, it's like this time of hibernation as well, right? And everyone's kind of going into their long sleep. So I like to think of it not only as the awakening, but also kind of the dreaming and the awakening of our dreaming. So we're in this time of new beginnings after the eclipse, and we're really allowing now for a beginning and an adventure that is happening on all sort of dimensions of the consciousness. We have the human kind of everyday earthly consciousness, but we can go higher and we can kind of vibrate at subconscious, unconscious, 11th dimensional star being conscious. All of that is within us, and through the dream we're accessing all of it, the dream of winter, that is. So again, this is an opportunity with this new moon to welcome new beginnings from Jupiter, because how perfect that actually Jupiter has just ended its retrograde and is stationing direct in Pisces. So we are in a new moon, which is very watery, but then we're also hanging out with Jupiter and Sag. That means a lot of like fire to water energy. And it also means that this kind of activity of, really allowing for ourselves to relate to the spiritual on a very deep level is available to us now through the grandiosity of Jupiter, but also through the dream of the moon and through Pisces. Jupiter, I believe, goes up for retrograde like something like 119 days. So it's been a long time of re-examining the way that we connect to our abundance. But we don't have to examine anymore. And in fact, now all we need to do is open the door to our expansion and to our perspective shifting and growing more aware. So I think that this moment of strong energy with the fire and with Jupiter and this new moon will kind of allow us to sweetly go in and kind of allow the challenges to just be behind us now. I really look forward to sharing these meditations with you as we're kind of in this moment of new chapters in the cosmos. And I think that especially as the year is ending and everything's kind of moving quickly, this is again a reminder that it's never too late to begin again. It's never too late to open your road to something new. And I look forward to kind of allowing for that energy to really flow through us today. That's all I have in terms of astrology and what we're here to do. As I said, we have our 2 meditations, and I'm very excited because I am a moon in Sag. So I really think this is just going to be so fabulous. Someone says, sorry, I'm Yvonne on Facebook says, sorry I'm late. Hello, Yvonne, welcome. And I also see DF Dilly, who is tagging some folks. So welcome to all of y'all and happy to have you. Okay. So I think without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with our music, please. Last thing I'll say is, again, thank you for being here. And however long you're able to stay, I'm really grateful for your presence, and stay in touch. We have a lot of stuff coming through in December. I've just been so busy. I haven't been able to get the calendar set up, but it is coming. So please do join. And all right, let's begin. All right, everyone. Let's take a moment now and breathe in, allowing our breath to kind of fall naturally in the chest, tapping in now to the moment, tapping in to the very essence of now, getting comfortable, getting your seat ready, getting your throne ready. And so now we will begin a guided breath. When I say 9, we'll breathe in, and when I say 9, we'll breathe out, and I'll guide you. Together now, breathing in 9. And breathing out 9. And breathing in 9. And breathing out 9. Breathing in 9. Breathing out, 9. We're going to do one final breath here. And when I say 9, what we'll do is we'll really pull everything up into kind of just a deep inhalation. And then on the exhale, we're going to really let it all out. So now breathing in again, deeply now, 9. And exhaling out with everything you have, 9. Now we allow our breath to kind of come back to natural. As under this new moon in Sagittarius, we are gathering now for the adventure and the joy of the path ahead. We are taking this break now, resting and relaxing. We are letting go of the day before, the many appointments, the worry what might come next. We don't have to worry anymore about the past story or focus on anything other than this moment. Right now, we have permission and, in fact, a duty to get closer to ourselves and be more at peace. Everything around us getting slower and slower as we are awakening into the self, coming into the dreaming that is also coming into the awakening. May we feel ourselves present, and allow for that present feeling now to exist within our body, starting with the feet and the ankles, the legs, the hips and the torso, the stomach, the heart. The shoulders, the throat. The face, the third eye, and the crown. As we are coming into this time of fire and moving into the feeling of magic, we release and relax and let the fire in. And as we awaken the consciousness in the body, we also welcome within us the fiery existence, the fiery self. And the electric, fiery nature of our atoms, of the microcosm within us, the fiery synapses in our brain and in our nerves, the fire that is spirit existing in this container and vessel, the long roots of our nerves as fire throughout our entire being. We are beginning to feel the lightning that is the fire that is us, shifting, shaking, moving, and changing. All the difficulties before are ending now. The lightning within, closing doors to our anxieties, closing doors to our repetitive thoughts, closing doors to our repeating cycles. These doors close and all is let go so that we no longer have to hide our fire or dampen our fire due to others or ourselves trying to hold us back. There is nothing now that can hold us. The lightning, the inferno of the self, only blazes, expands, and grows as we no longer are beholden to past selves, past wounds, past hurts. We feel now a surge of consciousness in our backs, from head to toe, the back being our shield, our source of power of the unconscious, the residuals of the past. Now we are awakening that fire. And continuing to release any beliefs that we deserve to suffer or feel less than. Eclipse season is over. We release the wounds of the unconscious. We come back into protection for ourselves, for our magic, and for our fire. We breathe deeply into this release as we come into now the back of the neck and feel our psychic vision opening, great unconsciousness falling into dream and into magic. Any darts, any receiving of opinions is gone, and instead unconsciousness becomes married to consciousness, and we see dream and we see reality, and we are unafraid in this new moon in Sagittarius, for the stars and the fire and the lightning and the storms and Jupiter and great Diana Artemis are with us, opening our psychic third eye to experience now something new and something powerful. And as our third eye is opening, it is empowered and accepted and understood and expanding to the great power of the entire universe. The stars twinkle and the sun beats an endless inferno. The volcanic core of iron burns at the center of our earth. Magnetic forces of gravity spin. The storms crash on the planet Jupiter and on worlds far away, and we among them are like ants, so small and so complicated and so innocent. The macrocosm and the microcosm within it. The atoms of the sun matching the atoms of the stars, matching the atoms of our bodies. Fires blazing. Our doors to the past are closed, and our vision is strong in our dream as we see the full expanded path that is the allness of our entire universe and multiverse. We allow ourselves to become mesmerized by the thrumming of our heart that matches the thrumming of all things. As we feel the blessings now of the new moon in Sagittarius, receiving deep energy and sending out deep energy. Everything supercharged as we now Allow for a Reiki healing. If you have anything that you would like removed or anything you would like shifted, now is a great time to put it into the chat wherever you're watching this, and I will begin momentarily. Beginning with the self cleanse, I see folks chiming in. I will read them in a moment. Clearing now your energy. And now offering cleanse of waters, holy waters, for you and for the spirits. Amen. I see a releasing of stomach pain, stomach trouble. Someone ate too many hot peppers. That's a good one. I also see releasing fear and self-doubt and anxiety. Releasing childhood issues and blockages to be cleared. You're in the right place. We'll be doing inner child work on the second meditation today. Bringing in the citrine now. As they go in to work on your energy fields. May this Reiki be received for its highest good. May these symbols reach you. For all that you ask for and all that you desire to receive today, may the Reiki flow through. Someone sends love to all who are here. Thank you for that love sending. Tending to lower chakras if that's needed. Earth Star. Now with smoky citrine as well. Cutting any cords, cutting the unwanted cords. Rewiring, rewiring, rewiring. Blessing you with a pink amethyst activation, expansion, placing it on your forehead. Blessing you with this storm cloud of smoky amethyst, very raw, pulled straight from the earth. Placing it on your heart or on your back or anywhere that you would like to receive it. To all the Geminis, to all the Virgos, to all the Sagittarius, to all the Aries, all the signs that are here today. May the moon smile upon us. Smile upon our energy field. Smile upon our path. May Jupiter's great storm clouds envelop us. Smiling upon our energy, smiling upon our path. And finally, I place this Tao Lemurian quartz on your heart, sending that point directly to you. No more guilt about the past or about the body. Only doors opening. This is simply the way it is today. You can heal, you can grow, you can be happy with time, with patience. Passing this quartz now over your entire aura, receiving any final downloads, any final energy that you would like to receive here. And so it is, and so it will be. So it is, and so it will be. Fluffing your energy now, kind of shaking it out like a pillow or like some sheets. Really allowing the energy to dance and gather. Remembering that the love and the compassion of this universe is infinite, and so is the magic holding us close. We will now go into our break for the next 5 or so minutes. You can stay for our ceremony. You are deeply welcome. Nonetheless, we are grateful to you. Just going to drop my details. For whoever said inner child work, we will be working on the inner child a bit coming up. So if that calls to you, definitely stay on. If you feel that you're able to, here, just posting. If you'd like to stay in touch, you're welcome to do so. Sign up for the newsletter. I know some of you already signed up, but if you'd like to stay signed up, especially when I get the December schedule, you're welcome to keep in touch. And if you like the service, if you like the work, you're welcome to leave a donation in Abundant Exchange under Jupiter in this year of 6, numerological 2022. May that abundance, if you feel that you're able to share, be always reflected back towards you, so that this space can continue to be a place of support for you. Thank you so much. I see Rebecca says thank you. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing as yourself. Amin, Amin, Amin. Thank you so much. Soul Luna says thank you very much. Thank you, Soul Luna. Thank you so much. Amin, Amin, Aho, Amin, Aho. Thank you. Beautiful souls doing beautiful work. Thank you so much. Rosanna also says thank you. Thank you, Rosanna. Thank you. Amin, Amin, Aho, Aho, Ashe. Thank you so much. Thank you all truly for being here. James also says thank you with appreciation and gratitude. Amin and Aho and Ashe. James, thank you as well for being here. Hope that what was sent was received. And thank you with much gratitude as well. Amin, Aho, Ashe, Amin, Amin, Amin. Okay, I'm gonna ask my production director now to please switch the music over to our second meditation as we are preparing. I see Nicole sends prayer hands. I mean, Nicole, prayer hands back. Thank you. Namaste. I mean, thank you. Okay. All right, I think we're all ready to get started and jump back in. Take a moment if you need, grab your water. Is there lipstick on my teeth? I don't think so. Okay, but I thought there was for a second. Grab your water, grab anything you need. We'll begin at the beginning. Okay. So it is, so it was, so it shall be. Let's begin at the beginning again. As we are starting our ceremony, I invite us to always begin with a bit of a prayer. I'm not here to preach to you. This is a prayer that I use to call support to you and also call my support to you. So again, work with whoever you'd like to work with. I just moved, so I only have my Quran here even, so we work with what we have. So I will begin our prayers. Beginning now by acknowledging, as it is our American holiday of Thanksgiving, let us acknowledge the keepers of the land that we are living on, the people who lived before us on this land. For me, on Poughkeepsie land, I am in Algonquin territory, and so I offer my thanks to the Algonquin tribe. I know that I am an unwelcome guest, but thank you for hosting me, and I will do my best to honor this land as I give my thanks. Thank you to Turtle Island. Thank you so very much. I acknowledge now the 7 directions, the north, the place of the ancestors, the east, the place of new beginnings, the south, the place of the fire and of passion, and the west, the realm of endings. I welcome and honor the below, Mother Earth, Pachamama, Mother Gaia, Ninhursag, Hathor, the Green Woman, and I honor the above, Father Sky, Uranos, Anu, Allah, El-Karim, and the many other faces of the universe. And I honor the center, 7th direction, the heart, I offer great thanks to your allies, to your animals, your cat and dog allies, your horses, your deer, your fish, your whales, your snakes, your crocodiles, your dragons, your birds, your songbirds, your hawks, all of your animal guides. Thank you. Thank you for watching over us. I offer thanks and I offer thanks as well to your ancestors, to those in their wellness, the ancients from your ancestral lands, to those who watch over you, great thanks for keeping this person with us, keeping the power of this circle. Thank you for tending the hearth. to any little people, star people, magic peoples who watch over us, to the leprechauns, to the star people, to the elves, to the gnomes, to the dwarves, to the Menehune, to the Jinn, to the Anunnaki. Thank you. Thank you for watching over us. And to the angels and archangels as well. Thank you. And thank you as well to the gods and goddesses, those that protect you as well as those that protect me. Thank you. Thank you for your power. I also call in now my allies, Great Father Ninurta, Saturn, Great Hercules of Babylon, protector of the tablets of destiny and time, slayer of the Anzu bird, protector of magicians and sorcerers and exorcists, and Great Mother Ishtar, Great Venus. Thank you. Bastet, Sekhmet, Isis, Shakti Ma, Durga Ma, Freya. Thank you to the great faces of Venus, the great goddesses of the lions. And finally, thank you to the great keepers of this day, the great faces of Jupiter. I offer my prayer to Thor, to Jupiter, to Zeus, to Baal. Great Jupiter Supreme, it is you who makes us rich. Give us and give this to us your wealth and sumptuous abundance, honor and gain. It is certain now that your power is greater than that of any human. May we do good in your name. May the pleasure of our days be brought with sweet delights. May our attachments be worn away. Ruler of the gods and the bulls, great Jupiter, we celebrate your mysteries. Great Artemis, Diana, great Mother Moon, great grandmother, great maiden, great protector of the children. Thank you for watching over us in your kindness, in your strength. May we be moved by you and moved through your guidance always. Amen. 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 May we now reopen our minds and take one deep breath in and out, breathing in 9, and breathing out 9. As we open our mind's eye, together, adventurers on this path, in this season of Sagittarius, Our spirits are floating up and out of this room and through a stormy, tree-lined path. This path carries us upwards, up into the mountains, up past the clouds, until we find that there is a fork in the road ahead. And at this split in the crossroads, we find our temple of healing in the new moon in Sagittarius. May we take in this temple that is between paths, in the liminal space, out of time and yet in present, between past and future. An Olympian healing temple. And when we are ready, we may go in to this gateway that is guarded by lions and owls. Finding ourselves within, greeted by our many guides and our many allies, the great deities of this moment. So take a moment now and hold your guides and receive your gift. Receive a great happiness and many messages meant just for you. we see now the faces of thunder, of Jupiter, and of the moon. Enlil, Baal, Ninurta, Thor, all thunder gods are here for you. As we are the walkers between worlds, in between fire and water, the true powerful, all powers now joining you and resending you one final private message meant just for you. And they form around us now a thundercloud, rain and electricity flowing, sending us deep and powerful Sagittarian energy from the stars. This thundercloud acts as a lightning chamber to our wounds and rewires us for acceptance of the true spirit as it is. We feel with it now a deep heart opening, and if you choose to follow it, a second heart opening in our womb space. The emotions of the body and the soul are held and understood by the thunderclouds of the universe. As the magic and electricity rewrite us into a new, loving paradigm. And in this time of gift giving, the thunder gods offer you a blessing, asking yourself, what can be adjusted? How can you feel more safe, and secure? And what happiness can be let in? We are asked to invite a patience to the self, knowing that even if we are never perfect, that life is so much more. Let us befriend the self with compassion and kindness, inviting in a balancing of conscious and unconscious, divine feminine and divine masculine, shadow and star. After a time now, we find that there is a hush over the room, as all beings point to the shadow of the new moon, to the person, the self that is left behind, as Jupiter is moving from retrograde into direct. There is no longer any abundance that should be left. Everything must be truly healed so that full individual self can be known. And in the silence among the spirits, we see in the corner of this temple our inner child, an inner child self who ran away from the present, who ran away from the power of the self. The inner child who is frightened and who is wounded. May we see this person, know this person, And as we draw closer, we are offering love and support to the self that wants to remain hidden. Oh. And the closer we get, the more that we see that they are almost trapped, like a fly in a net behind a spider web. Hidden away in a creation of our own design. Jupiter, or the thunder gods, offer us now a moonstone knife so that we may free ourselves. However, the more that the web touches your hand, the more it sticks to you. Until you two are enmeshed and weaving this web, a web that holds you close to your child self, hiding. There is nowhere to hide anymore. There is no reason to get stuck anymore. Instead, let us embrace full integration. Let us embrace the past self. For those wounds are our wounds. And the layers of this cosmic web and this sacred thundercloud are being pulled around you into movement towards a deeper, healed inner dimension in which you are embraced by the womb of the dark new moon. Galactic Mother and Cosmic Father holding you. Artemis, Diana, and the Thunder Gods. And breathe, breathe. Breathe into the understanding that we write our story, we write our next chapters, we write our next week, month, and year. And this web pulls you tightly together as you see the magic of the many lives and the karmic wheel, the grandmothers, the grandfathers, all selves in the great tapestry of life, held together by the ultimate creative force of thunder and lightning. May we remember that we no longer need to hide. We can allow for ourselves to grow and to heal. For growth is simply change for the better and a blossoming into our best selves. With all parts understood and beloved. And as we are coming to the close of this meditation, may we always hold the alchemical lightning, the alchemical thunder within us, so that we may weave our reality into perfect alignment with every coming bump in the road. At this temple at the crossroads between the past and the future, the gods now offer you a deep, final power up, download, and activation for your integrated self from the higher dimensions. Your two eyes and third psychic eye become like electric molten flames as you find your final messages here now. Under this grand new moon in Sagittarius, may the power of adventure, expansion, good luck, and abundance take you safely along your journey for the rest of your days. Offering you a final blessing of holy amber, myself as well, and the spirits. May you be anointed. I mean, the music can stop now. And I'm calling you back from 10 to 0. When we get to 0, we will return. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you all so very much for being here and for staying with us, for taking time to be a part of this ceremony. If you would like to stay in touch, again, please do sign up for the newsletter and keep in touch because we have a lot of exciting events coming up. If you'd like to share anything that came up for you, you're welcome to do so. I know that Latoya was here for a moment, and so was a Heron. I wasn't able to acknowledge you because I was kind of in ceremony, but thank you for being here, for saying hello. Rosanna sends many prayer emojis, prayer and gratitude right back to you, Rosanna. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for being here. And if folks don't want to share, that's okay too. It's okay to just say, prayer hands, or to say, I'm feeling it, or to say nothing at all. And I will go ahead and close the circle. From wherever you're watching, whether it's on the live stream or here on Zoom, or returning to the recording later, I take a moment now and offer that we each hold each other's hands across space and time as a great council of all of those who are gathered under this new moon in Sagittarius. Wherever we walk, may we feel that Jupiter energy with us. May it be the skip in our step. May it be the reopening of our heart. May we feel completely activated and fully aligned in every single moment. May the dance of all beauty in life be our dance. And to your spirit and to your path, I bow. Thank you so very much. From my heart to your heart, Shungo, may the energy grow for you. May the energy find incredible blossoming. And thank you so very much for being a part of this ceremony. I close the circle with one final bow. Thank you. Thank you so very much for being here and for sharing this space and sharing this time. Thank you. Keep in touch. And blessed new moon. Happy Thanksgiving. Let us do it with remembrance of the spirits of this land, and hearts going out to those who have been dealing with, the spirits in Colorado who left this earth too early. Thank you so much for being here, for sharing in the healing, and for trying to make the world a better place. For my PayPal, it is Precious Thunder. Yes. If you click on that link, it should, I'll post the link by itself. I know sometimes on Zoom it's hard. I think you can also send it to Leah. Here, I'll do like this. And then the other way you can send on PayPal is if you just search my name. Excuse me. If you search my email, my personal email on PayPal, leahgayos@gmail.com. You can find it that way as well. So those are the two ways to find me on PayPal, just because Soul Luna asked. So thank you, Soul Luna. And thank you so much for being here again. I'm going to go ahead and close the circle now, but again, I'm available via email, Facebook Messenger. I also check it, but a little less frequently. So Gmail is the place to find me. And I'm here for questions. I won't be able to do sessions at least for a week or two because I have to go do a few human things. So if you need help, I'm here to listen. And otherwise, keep in touch. As I said, thank you so much. Take care all and have a lovely, lovely evening. Thank you.